This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have an LG washing machine that is not draining, and it's a common problem. The drain pump needs to be replaced. And you can do this by taking off the top panel and then the front panel. Another way you can do it is you can tilt the machine back about 45 degrees against the wall, and you can come at it from underneath. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So if the machine is stacked with a dryer on top, you have to remove the dryer first. But regardless of coming in from the front or from underneath, you do have to remove the dryer. If the machine doesn't have a dryer on top, you can use either approach. Coming in from underneath can be a little bit faster because there's less disassembly. You don't have to take off the rubber boot in the front, don't have to take off the panels. So I'm removing these Phillips head screws that hold on the pump, and then I'm going to make sure I get this dryer off. So I'll take off two screws in the front left and front right that hold the bracket, that hold the front feet of the dryer in position. So I'm going to zip those off, and then I'll pull that bracket off from the front feet of the dryer. And then I could, at this point, just pull the dryer off, but I have to disconnect it from behind. I'm going to turn off the gas, and then I'll zip off the vent tube, get that off, and then I have to disconnect, to unplug it and disconnect the gas line coming in. So I did turn off the gas already. I'm going to grab this pipe with my vice grips, and then I'll grab the nut, the compression nut on the gas line with my crescent wrench, and then I can loosen up that compression nut and just spin it off. At this point, you can take the dryer off, and if you have a friend, you can help you pull it off. It's pretty easy, not too heavy. If you don't, you can put a recycling bin underneath it and slide it onto the recycling bin and then kind of wheel it out of the way. That's also pretty easy to do. So now we have the washer exposed, got the dryer off. I'm going to grab the inside frame and pull this machine toward me away from the wall by about 2.5 feet, and then I'll lean it back against the wall. So I'm trying to get about 45-degree lean. Make sure you lean it back far enough where you know for certain that it will not come down on you when you're underneath it. So you want to get a pretty extreme angle. Just use a lot of caution here. You can put something underneath too, like a cinder block, to brace it. Now this is the access hole underneath. We're looking up underneath the machine, and we see this big black tube. That's taking water from the tub over to the drain. And the drain is over here, and looking up, it'd be on my right hand side toward the front. And I'm going to remove the two hoses that are hooked to it. There's the big black hose, and then more near the front there's a green rubber piece that's connected to the gray rubber hose that's bringing, our plastic hose that's bringing the water away from the machine out to the standpipe. So I'm going to use some pliers. You can use hose clamp pliers to compress the spring clamp that's on that green rubber piece. You get that out of the way, and then you should be able to lift up and pull that green rubber part off. Some of these drain assemblies on LG have another pump located toward your left as part of the same assembly. That's a circulation pump, and in that case you have to take a couple of pieces off of that pump too. So I'm prying up on this catch that's underneath that's holding in the pump. I've already removed the screws on the front of the pump that were holding it into the frame. And now I've got the two hoses off, and I'm guiding the pump out. And now I'm going to disconnect the two power leads that are going to the drain pump. These are just spade connectors, so you can just pull them off. If it's too hard to pull off, you can use a pair of pliers to help you kind of pull and wiggle at the same time. And then once we get this out, we can pretty easily put on the new motor. And the new motor, you can get those at Amazon or a lot of parts stores for anywhere between like $20 to $30, pretty cheap. LG's are actually pretty good washing machines, but these drain pumps don't last. They only usually give people 4 to 5 years. You got to replace them. Here's the part number. So we get it out of the packaging, and then we just have to remove 3 Phillips head screws that are holding the drain motor to the drain assembly. And it comes off pretty easy. Once you get the screws off, you can wiggle it loose. I want to kind of look at how the drain motor is, what angle it is in relation to the pump assembly, so you can match that when you put the new pump on. You take a picture of it too, it might help. So once you get the old one off, you can kind of take a look at the white plastic impeller that spins, and you may notice that it's a bit wobbly as compared to the new one. That's the common problem, is it just gets wobbly and rattles around and doesn't push the water anymore. But again, replacing it's not that expensive and not that hard to do. So what we'll need to do once we get the screws, 3 Phillips head screws out, is we'll need to pry off the protective casing around the old pump and then put that on to the new pump, or the new pump motor. So we just pulled off the old one. You want to kind of get a feel of where those 3 Phillips head screws are, so you can put them in the exact same place on the new drain motor. So we pulled off the protective cover. You have to pry it off with a standard head screwdriver. We'll go ahead and push that now onto the new one. And then once it's on, you can push the new drain motor onto the drain assembly housing. Try to get the same relation that it had before, and then make sure you push it on tight, and then you're going to add those 3 Phillips head screws. And then do make sure those screws are on tight. And once that's done, it's essentially just putting the parts back in, and you will have your machine working again. It'll drain quickly and fast, and you probably get another 5 or 6 years out of it. I think things that can make the drain pump maybe not last as long is if you wash things often that have a lot of sand. That can shorten the lifespan quite a bit. Like if you go to the beach and you have sand all over the clothes and you wash it, that can mess it up pretty fast. So we're just getting those screws tight. So this approach is probably 25% faster than if you did the conventional where you take the front panel off. So now we're underneath. We're going to hook up the power leads to the drain motor. Make sure you get these on tight, the spade connectors. You don't want to like test it and then have to redo everything. So get them on correctly. And on the bottom of the drain housing, there's a plastic projection that fits into a slot, and you want to slide it in. And now we have the front of the pump here exposed, and we're going to push in from behind as we add in the 2 Phillips head screws that hold it on. These secure the pump housing to the frame. Once those are tight, we can then put on the hoses. One thing I did also when I put the pump housing back in is I took the long drain hose and put it back through the frame. That's that little small hose here you can see in the front, and then you can pull that through. So I'm getting those screws tight, pulled that through, and I put the plastic case back on. There we go. We're going to put that through that hole, put the case back in, and it will add that one screw that holds it in position. So there's different ways to get to the drain pump on the different LG models, but this is a pretty common way that works for most of them. They come in underneath because they all have that open access hole underneath them. Putting this panel back on just pushes on, closes, and then we just have to reconnect the two hoses underneath. I usually do the green one here in the back first because I can see better. Once that's on tight, then I put on the big black hose that goes between the tub and the drain. So do make sure you get these hose clamps on tight, and make sure that the rubber part of the hoses is not bent back but is fully on the pump housing before you tighten up those clamps. So just making sure these are on correctly. We've already got the power leads hooked up. We've got the two hoses back on. I'm going to move this front clamp a little bit tighter, pushing it further toward the pump housing just to make sure I really got it tight. You can it's hard to see, so you kind of feel around to make sure that the rubber is fully up on the plastic. So you can see I'm pushing that far forward as it can go. So we'll bring it back down, put the dryer back on, and you are done. Hope this has been helpful to you, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks for watching.